Hello, I'm James Gaffigan, and I'm the new General Music Director of the Komische Oper Berlin. I can't tell you how excited I am for so many different projects coming up next season, including operas, concerts, and more importantly, concert venues. We're exploring many different places around Berlin, including a tent, including a warehouse, including a hangar, just lots of different spaces that will allow for a different concert experience. One that I have in mind that's close to my heart is Bruckner and Bowie. And you ask why Bruckner and Bowie, and I just say why not? These are two extraordinary musicians, two extraordinary composers of very different music, but trying to create the same thing, this human experience through music. As an audience member, you can walk around, you could grab a beer, you could walk behind the orchestra, you could walk in front of the orchestra, you could enjoy it from all different places, and you can experience what the musicians are experiencing on a stage. So we're surrounding the orchestra by people, and you feel free to do whatever you want. David Bowie has this amazing album, Heroes, and we're going to orchestrate it and play it for you without voice, because of course we can't hire David Bowie anymore, and I don't think anyone would fill his shoes. That's an interesting project, the type of project that I love about Komische Oper, that only we can do. Besides that, we have a great New Year's gala that will include Cem Adrian and Fazıl Say, two superstars in the Turkish music world, but two very different stars. And they'll be working together, I think, for the first time in over 10 years. So this will be an extraordinary experience. As you know, there's a big Turkish audience in Berlin, and that's exciting for me to meet some of these people and audience members. And so I think that'll be a really exciting project. One of the most exciting things for me in Berlin is working with the greatest living directors alive today. And Barry Kosky is one of these directors. I've been dreaming of working with him. I've known him for a while, but just to have conversations and talk about his production is a dream of mine. So we're doing the Golden Cockerel of Rimsky-Korsakov, a production that already exists, a beautiful production. It's also an amazing score that I think a lot of people don't know. It's celebrating the music of the East. It's so exotic, and only Rimsky-Korsakov could do it this way. Extraordinary orchestration, and just tons of fantasy. I also have a chance of working with Kirill Sabrennikov, of course, another legendary director. We're doing the Da Ponte trilogy of Mozart, and we're up to Marriage of Figaro at this point. And it's a new production, and to work alongside him and his team is going to be an amazing experience, because what's happening is being born. And we're going to be working on the production as we're doing it. It'll be happening in real time. And I rarely get a chance to work with a director like that on a new production. So it's very exciting for the Komische Oper, and of course a piece like Marriage of Figaro, he's going to re-envision it in the most beautiful way. I like to explore forgotten composers, because of course we hear the same music all the time in the concert experience. And one of the things that come to my mind are the East German composers, the forgotten East German composers. I think it's so important to present their music, because for whatever reason, well, many reasons, you tend to forget about this period in time. But these composers are brilliant people. And Ruth Säcklin is one of them, Siegfried Matus. We're going to combine the music of Bach also with them, and Mendelssohn in a concert at the Konzerthaus. So very traditional concert venue, but very unusual repertoire that have lots of similarities. And so it's a very exciting thing to be presenting that to you. I like to think of the role as a general music director in a different way than most. I think it's not just about music, it's not just about presenting music to the paying public, or I think it's about what we give back to the community and what we give back to young people. I think education is something that is not an extracurricular activity. It's something that should be incorporated in my role. So of course there'll be lots of interesting projects for young people to enjoy Komische Oper Berlin, and of course I want to do them too. So I can't do all of them, but I will do some of them, and I think it's very important that the public sees me as part of this education process, because if I didn't have the public education I had in New York City, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I'm really looking forward to see you all.